Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha, Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya Kanda, Chapter 14. King Dasharatha summons Rama. Summary. This chapter starts with Kaikeyi's entreaties to the king, followed by Dasharatha disowning her as wife. The night passes and Sumantra comes to wake up the king. Ordered by Kaikeyi to bring Sri Rama to the king, he goes to Sri Rama to fetch him. Chapter 14 in detail. That wicked woman spoke these words to Dasharatha, tormented as he was by the anguish for his son, and who was unconscious, tossing about on the floor. What is this? After hearing the promise given to me, you are lying on the floor, dejected, as though you have committed a great sin. You ought to keep yourself with bounds of ethics. People who know what is right indeed speak of truthfulness as highest virtue. I too have taken refuge in truth and made you aware of your duty. O king, having made a promise to a hawk and offering his body to the bird, King Saibya, the ruler of world, obtained the greatest destiny. In that matter, Alarka, the glorious man, plucking his own eyes, indeed gave remorselessly to a Brahmana skilled in the Veda when asked for it. Following ruthfulness, ocean, the lord of rivers, even at the time of flow tide, does not transgress even to a small extent its boundary because of his compliance to truth. Truth is one word and is Brahma. On truth is righteousness established. Truth indeed is the knowledge imperishable. By truth alone the Supreme Being is obtained. O the best among men, firmly adhere to truth. If your mind is fixed on pity, since you are a bestower of boons, let my aforesaid prayer be granted. In the matter earning righteousness, and to concede to my request, send Rama the son to exile. I am telling you 3 times. O the venerable man, if you do not implement our agreement, it means you have abandoned me. Hence, I will give up my life here in front of you. Thus compelled by Kaikeyi, who had no uneasiness in her mind, King Dasharatha could not untie the cord of plighted word that fettered him, any more than Bali could unloose the noose placed around his body by Indra through his younger brother Vamana in order to deprive him of his sovereignty of the 3 worlds. Like a bullock throbbing between yoke and the wheel, Dasharatha got agitated in heart and became pale in his face. King Dasharatha, with bedimmed eyes, was unable as it were to see, but with difficulty he controlled himself by recourse to firmness and spoke to Kaikeyi as follows. O wicked woman, I abandoned your hand, which was clasped by me in the presence of nuptial fire, when it was consecrated by sacred recitation, as also your son begotten by me along with yourself. O queen, the night has gone by with the return of rising sun. Elderly people will certainly quicken me for the installation of Rama with the sacred materials procured for the purpose. O woman of vicious conduct, if you obstruct Rama's installation, you, including your son, cannot offer me water. Rama will be made to do the offering of water to me after death. Having seen people with that joy before, I cannot see them with their happiness ended without any merriment, and having their faces turned down in grief. While the great-souled king was speaking to her as aforesaid, the holy night, endowed with moon and stars, began to become clear into a dawn. Kaikeyi, of vicious conduct and of sinful talk, filled with anger, again spoke these harsh words to the king. O king, you are uttering words which cannot be swallowed easily, like in a painful throat disease. You ought to summon your son Rama here without any delay. You will be the one who discharges duty by installing my son to this kingdom, by making Rama to wander in the woods and rid me of enemies. Impelled again and again by Kaikeyi like an excellent horse being severely thrashed with a whip, that king spoke these words to Kaikeyi. I am bound by the ties of morality. I lost my judgment. I wish to see the pious Rama, my beloved elder son. Meanwhile, the night began to become clearer. With the rising of sun, while the auspicious movement united with lunar mansion approaching, the sage Vasishtha, who is rich in virtue, surrounded by his disciples, entered the capital city of Ayodhya briskly, having procured the requisite materials for Rama's coronation. Passing through that city, whose streets were swept and water decorated with excellent flags, overspread with colorful flowers, made brilliant with various type of garlands, filled with people of joy, with shops and markets with abundance, filled with a lot of festivity, anxiously waiting for Rama, fumigated on all sides with perfumes of sandalwood, also resembling Amaravati city, that's a city of Indra, the sage Vasishtha beheld the excellent gymnasium filled with a number of Brahmanas, crowded with citizens and countrymen, looking splendorous with Brahmanas, knower of sacrificial assemblies, filled with excellent Brahmanas. Sage Vasishtha, being well pleased of seeing the gymnasium, got past those people there and entered it. Meanwhile, Vasishtha saw Sumantra by name, who was charioteer cum minister of Dasharatha, and who had a pleasing appearance coming out of the royal gate. That great splendor, Vasishtha spoke thus to the learned Sumantra, "Tell the king quickly that I have come." These pitchers, filled with holy waters of Ganga, gold pitchers with sea water, and an excellent seat with Udambara wood, came for the purpose of Rama's installation ceremony. All types of seeds, fragrant substances, and precious stones of various kinds, honey, curd, clarified butter, parched grains of paddy, blades of dharba grass, flowers, milk, 8 beautiful virgins, an elephant in rut, a glorious chariot with 4 horses, a special kind of sword called Nishtrimsa, an excellent bow, a planiki with bearers, an umbrella resembling the moon, a pair of white chauris, a golden jug, a white bull with large humo on its back, an excellent lion with beautiful mane, with large canine teeth, a throne, a tiger skin, fire with ignition, all varieties of musical instruments, courtesans, women decked with ornaments, teachers, brahmanas, cows, animals and birds, which are sacred, the best of citizens, and men of countryside, merchants along with their followers, all this and many other retainers, speaking kind words, along with kings, stand waiting for Rama's coronation. Hasten the emperor, so that Rama will get the throne when the day gets started at the auspicious movement of Pushya constellation uniting with the moon. Hearing these words, Vasishtha, the great soul, Sumantra, entered the gymnasium along with Dasharatha, the tiger among kings. The doormen, who were wishing to do kindness to the king, could not obstruct Sumantra, who came beforehand, who was senior and who was highly esteemed by the king. Standing beside the king and ignorant of the situation, Sumantra started praising the king with very pleasing words. Sumantra, standing with joined palms in the gymnasium of the king, eulogized the king according to the appropriate movement as follows: "How the splendid ocean gladdens at the time of sunrise, so do you, by nature filled with delight, gladden us with your delighted mind. At the very hour of sunrise, Matali, that's Indra's charioteer, praised Indra and later conquered all the demons. In the same manner, I am awakening you. As Vedas, along with the knowledge of the limbs of the body, guide Brahma, the creator, who is self-born, so I am awakening you now. Even as the sun, along with the moon, awaken the beautiful earth which sustains the being, so am I awakening you. Having dressed suitably for the auspicious ceremony and shining brightly with your personality, rise up, O majesty, like the sun from Mount Meru. O Dasharatha, born in Kakaushta dynasty, may the gods, sun and the moon, Shiva and Kubera, Varuna, Agni and Indra bestow you victory. O the best of the king, the holy night has gone by. Know what has been done and do what has to be done. All the requirements for Rama's coronation is kept ready. The venerable Vasishtha himself stands waiting at the gate along with Brahmanas, being saluted with joining palms by the citizens, village folks and merchants. O king, give orders quickly for Rama's coronation ceremony. A kingdom without a king is like a cattle without a herdsman, army without a commander, night without the moon, and cows without a bull. King Dasharatha, hearing his words, which were soothing and meaningful, was surrounded with grief once more. That king, who was pious and glorious, having lost joy about his son, looked up with sorrowful red eyes and spoke those to Sumantra: "You are chopping off my vitals furthermore with your words." Sumantra, after seeing the depressed king and hearing mournful words, joined palms with salutations and slipped away to a distance from the place. Dasharatha could not say anything himself because of depression. Then Keki, who is experienced in forethoughts, spoke thus to Sumantra: "O Sumantra, the king being smitten by emotional joy in relation to Rama, who tired of awakening the whole night and got subjected to sleep. O Sumantra, hence quickly go and bring the glorious Prince Rama blessedness to you. Do not have any hesitation in this matter." He was thinking of the auspicious occasion in the heart and rejoiced. With pleasure he set out by the orders of the king. Instigated by her, Sumantra thought that the righteous Rama would come there certainly for coronation. Sumantra, thus thinking and dwelling in a great joy, set out with a desire to see the long-armed Rama. Sumantra, coming out of Ganesham, which looked like a splendid pool in the sea, saw the gate being congested with throngs of people. Afterwards, proceeding further on, he saw near the gate some kings stationed there and very rich citizens having arrived there. Thus completes 14th chapter of Ayodhya Kanda in Srimad Ramayana, the oldest epic. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.